Wow, hello everyone. Welcome to the Spot Show podcast, an independent wrestling podcast with a few pit stops along the way. No clue what that noise was that I made when I started this, because I was trying to say like, well, hello, and what's, I don't know, man.
It all came out like Valvinus.
Well, here's what I think is going on here. I think I'm wound for sound. I think that I'm a little bit too right now, because I'm going to walk you through my day, right?
All right.
I pull up to 7 Brew. I'm a fan of 7 Brew. It's good coffee. No free plugs here, just saying I enjoy it. I pull up there and I say I want a grande toasted marshmallow cold brew with cream and cold foam. And then the girl pauses and she goes, "You're the first person that has said grande since I've worked here." And I went, "Oh my God." And I was like, I always make it a concerted effort anytime I go to another coffee place to not slip up and say grande, venti, whatever. And it happened to me. So I was like, so her and I start kind of cutting up, laughing about it. Oliver Kane just happened to be on the phone, so he heard the whole interaction. And then she goes, "You have a free drink. Do you want to use it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Awesome. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that." So then she goes, "Well, hey, listen, if you're getting the free drink, you should just get it a large." And I go, "You know what? I'm going to do that. Thank you for the advice." And I did. So then as she's bringing me my drink, she says, "So they made the medium as well. Do you want the medium?" And I said, yes. And I downed that thing very quickly, because typically my rule of thumb, I don't like to drink cold brews after noon. Because it destroys my sleep schedule. It makes me not want to sleep, but I was so tired today. I was like, yeah, I need a cold brew. So I downed the medium, and I'm still sipping on the large here. And I just got caffeine coursing through my veins, brother.
See, what's weird for me is I've never seen you get a large anything with caffeine in it.
No, I usually do it. So if it's a cheat day, this is, who cares? If it's like normally when I'm getting a latte, I'm more of a cold brew guy. When I'm getting a coffee, it's usually going to be a medium or grande, depending on where you go. Sometimes I'll get a large if it's like a cheat day or something, because you got to watch those calories, my guy. You know what I mean? But yeah, hello everyone. Of course, my name is Jim Mint 10 Dickie Wabash, joined as always by the one-legged wonder Michael Madrox. And we are here to just kind of, there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on in our world. And what do you know? We have a podcast. Let's talk about it. There's a lot going on in the world of professional wrestling. There's a lot going on in the world of the world. There's a lot going on in the world of technology. There's a lot going on in the world of sports. Shout out to the men and women's USA hockey team for both bringing home the gold for the good old US of A. You know what I mean?
They beat Canada?
How is it? It goes back. How do you not know about this?
I've only seen a few posts about it. I saw where the Canadian people were cheating during the shuttle and all that.
No, they were accused of cheating during what's that gimmick called? Curling.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, curling. But no, the men's and women's hockey team, shout out to them, gold medal. Let's go, USA, USA. As much as I love Canada, because I've been to Toronto, wonderful city. As a red-blooded American, it's just cool to see them win one. And not to mention, one of my best friends is Oliver Kane, who is hockey obsessed. So talking with him about it has definitely put that more in.
Which is weird, from knowing Donovan Kane to Oliver Kane. Like, I would have never thought hockey would be his forte.
I know. I think, just the end of the day, I think Oliver's a patriot. You know what I mean? Props to him. Props to him.
He's growing the red, white, and blue.
Brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. But no, man, there's just been a lot going on. And what do you know? We've got microphones, we've got a platform, we've got a podcast, and there's a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. And
can I bring up a topic real quick that's going on currently, sir?
Would absolutely love for you to bring up a topic.
My diet has gone to shit.
Why is that?
The little crack dealers are back at all the stores peddling those sugary sweets. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it Girl Scout cookies?
Yes, sir, dude. Little behind the curtain in our pre-production meeting, I was sitting here eating some grasshoppers, sir.
I saw you. Hang on, wait a minute. No. You were not eating grasshoppers. You were eating Thin Mints.
Thin Mints.
Quit changing the name of Girl Scout cookies.
But I gotta ask you, man, favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Thin Mints. You put them in the freezer. You let them sit. What is it about pastries in the freezer?
I have no idea, dude. I've been big on putting zebra cakes in the freezer too lately.
Pop-Tarts in the freezer are good as well.
Yes, they are.
Pop-Tarts. Listen, when you talk into microphones as much as we do, I feel like we start to repeat ourselves a lot. And then the other thing too is that I don't know if we've had these conversations with or without microphones. So I know we've talked about this before, but like, yeah, dude, you get the cookie dough Pop-Tarts, you put them in the freezer, you're good to go. You're good to go. I'm also very disgusted with you though that you call Thin Mints grasshoppers. Like, no, brother. No,
that's
brother.
a brain part. Because like I got so offended the other day. Like they're out there in front of the local Walmart, you know, hustling, working their little fingers to the bones, and I'm like, can I get a box of Samoas?
And you mean caramel delights now?
The little girl looks at me and she's like, "What are those?" And I was just like, "Come on."
Political correctness run amok, brother. Just give me my cookies.
The worst part about it is the girl's mom had no idea what I was talking about either. And I was like, that box there.
Bold claim here.
Yeah.
Bold claim. The most overrated Girl Scout cookie, in my opinion.
Really?
Don't mess with them. I don't fucks with those. I
love those.
I like a good cookie that you can dip in the milk and it soaks it up. Those do not soak up.
They're good with coffee.
They are good with,
that's where you're missing out.
Oh, they would be good with coffee, wouldn't they?
Yeah, dude.
Look at you just giving me a whole new world. You know, you're Aladdin. I'm Jasmine. We're flying over Agrabah. You know what I mean? Oh man.
No. Who's our little monkey?
Oh, who is Abu? Out of Love, probably Punch the monkey. Have you seen Punch the monkey?
No, I have not.
He's the most adorable thing, dude. It's this little monkey in this, I believe, Japanese zoo that, like, I don't know the full backstory because I only recently just discovered him, but he's this little monkey that was like getting bullied by like the other bigger monkeys, and he's got this monkey plushie that he carries around with him, and it's like his comfort. And it's like
blanket.
It melts your heart, dude. It's legitimately. I will listen. Hi, my name is Richard Vivian Wabash. I am 34 years old. I have no shame in admitting. I got a little pissy-eyed when I saw Punch. Punch is a cute little monkey. It's sad, dude, because these monkeys are just picking on him, and then he monkey squeezer runs over and then just grabs his comfort monkey. And it's just like, oh my God.
Is this like a TikTok thing or?
It's just a thing that I have been seeing. I don't get on TikTok anymore, brother. You know this about me. No, I haven't been on TikTok in months.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm more of an Instagram Reels guy is what I am, which is it's essentially the same thing. But no, I've been seeing all these memes of like Caesar riding on his horse from Planet of the Apes, and it's like Punch when he grows up and seeks revenge on these other monkeys, like stuff like that. The other meme that I have been absolutely obsessed with, it is my favorite meme right now. It might go down as my favorite meme in the history of memes. And I am not exaggerating when I say this. Like, I understand that the algorithms are always orchestrated and built just for us. I'm not talking about my algorithm. What I'm talking about is the meme specifically is built for me. I am the main character of this meme, and this is my reality, and I love it. It's the meme of Sean getting picked up from school by Han in Tokyo Drift, and people are AIing in different cars and different things that Han is leaning against. It is, I cannot explain it. I do not explain it. I was talking to Chris, who is also a Fast and Furious fan, and we talk about Fast and Furious a lot, and I was like, man, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And he goes, I don't get it, but it's hilarious. It's funny. But I'm like, that's the point. You
ready to get your mind blown?
You don't need to get it. I'm ready to get my mind blown. Let's go.
I've actually seen a few of these Dickie Wabash.
Yeah, all you got to do is follow me on IG, and I put them in my story all the time. Anytime I see a good one, which I've not seen a bad one, they are hilarious.
Give it time. The human race will ruin it.
Dude, like, I even sent some of them to V, and he's like, yeah, I don't get this. And I'm like, dude, I have never seen something that is more Dickie Wabash coded than that meme. It is truly where I have looked at something and been like, yes, we are in a simulation, and the simulation is favoring me right now because it knows what I want to see. It is so funny to me, and I don't expect people to think that it's as funny as I do, but it simply put is the funniest thing, and it just popped up out of nowhere. It literally, like, so you know how, like, we all know how the algorithm works, kind of. You
I don't think anyone's ever going to figure that out, brother.
Well, that's fair. But you see something, and then all of a sudden it's in your algorithm. So you'll scroll, oh, there it is. Scroll a little bit more. Oh, there it is. Something happened with this where I was scrolling through Reels on Instagram, and I counted this. 15 Reels in a row was all this meme. That has never happened to me before.
I've never seen more than one in a row of anything.
Dude, like I said, it's usually you see one.
And then you'll scroll like three, and then another one.
And then you see another one, and then yeah. Like, for example, like Kill Tony appearances. That was one that you have, that you would see every so often. You would see like, oh, here's Uncle Laser, or oh, here's Fiona. Well, I forget her last name, or oh, here's Kim Congdon, or here's Shane Gillis being Trump. Here's at Adam Ray being whatever. But it's always like broken up. But no, like literally so many in a row. It was 15 in a row, and I've never seen that before.
Just one thing I hate about like all the whole TikTok and Reels and all that is the multiple parts.
Oh my God, I know what you mean.
That drives me fucking nuts.
Where it's like click for part 2, and then you can never find part 2.
Yeah, then you click the thing, and normally it'll pop up like she'll just watch, and you scroll all the way down to where it's just watched, and there's no follow-up fucking video ever.
Dude, you are singing my song right now, because
hate that.
Yeah, that was something when I was big on TikTok, when I was on TikTok a lot, that was something that would always irritate me, is that it's like, why are we doing this? I know why they do a lot of it. It's all about the retention of it. And it's just like, oh my God. Like the one that I have been seeing is, and it's all about the retention of it, of where it's like, it'll be a phrase and it'll be something like, I love you more than ever, just an example or whatever. And then it'll be like, now replace every O with the letter R. Or something like that. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Okay, well, it's like something to where it's like a phrase, and then it's like, now replace this letter with that letter. and it never makes sense. But what they're trying to get you to do is look at it for a long time and try to figure out what, so that they get their retention.
Yes, because that retention's where all the monetization comes from, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
If people ain't reacting, if people ain't commenting, and if they ain't invested in that video longer than the whole playtime, you ain't getting crap. And these people are smart about it.
Go on.
Look at 5-minute crafts. No one's ever going to do those damn crafts, but they're using bright colors and doing the stupidest shit to get you to sit there and watch.
I'm going to tell you, it has become a joke with us and JTR about my disdain of Maven. It's not that I don't like Maven. It's just, I will peek behind the curtain here. It's all a bit.
Yeah.
It's all a bit. The thing that I find annoying about Maven is his clickbait thumbnails and titles. But I'm going to tell you, that motherfucker has got it figured out because he knows how to do it. Here's another person that if you would have told me like a year and a half or so ago that I would be putting over for having it figured out. Devin Quinn has got it figured out on his YouTube channel, dude. He's got that current YouTube formula. Like he's got it figured out of where it's people love breakdowns about Skyrim. So that's what Devin's doing. And good props to him. He's got it figured out. People love a good edited video essay. And it's almost to the point of where the content doesn't even matter. It's just, if it's something good to look at, then people like it. And I think that that's where Maven has it figured out too, is that he will slowly build you up. And then you think that you're going to get this big reveal, but then you never really do.
And you're always waiting for that next video to drop. Is something scandalous going to happen in this one?
Because what he does, he goes, he did the best example that he has ever of like how he does it is he did that thing where he was like, I tried all the wrestler endorsed products. Like he tried Terramana, he tried Real American Beer, Prime, Lunchly, help me out here. Jim Ross's barbecue, stuff like that.
So, yeah.
And he goes, he's given his opinion and then he ends on Lunchly. So he's giving his thoughts on Lunchly. And then he goes, now notice I didn't drink the Prime. I've already talked about Prime. And if you want my opinion of Prime, click the video right here. And then the video ends. Yes, because then you click on the other video and then he just got 2 for 1. Like the way that he strings the videos together, so fucking smart. Now, I don't like how he clickbaits his titles because he's like, I snuck into AEW. No, you didn't, Maven. You've essentially told on yourself and said that you prearranged that because they told you what you said, that they told you what you couldn't show. I don't know. But there's no way that he's just going to pull up and be like, hi, I'm Maven Huffman. Can I come in?
I just walked through the back door.
No, you didn't.
With no credentials or anything.
No, you didn't. We know what you're doing, Maven. I'm not faulting you for it, but it's just like, come on.
I mean, it's working though. Like maybe that's what we should start doing. Like if you guys want to hear the rest of this podcast, click this link here.
Yeah, pay us $10 so that you can see the video of this. But no, man, I don't know. Algorithms and AI and all this other stuff that they use to do these things. I don't get it. Speaking of AI, we always end up back on AI.
Always.
Somehow. Like, I think a through line of Spot Show is that we end up on AI. Like, when we were single digits, we were talking about AI. And then
now here we are 3 years later, still talking about AI.
And then we had, whenever you were down and out, Jason V came on and we spent the entire podcast almost talking about AI. So.
Have you seen the AI picture of the chimpanzees with the mask?
See, no, I haven't
There's-
because
I see it
because
everywhere. They're talking about how these chimpanzees were caught stealing bananas from a shipyard or something, and they got wise to it, and so they started wearing masks so they wouldn't get caught. I'm like, you're retarded.
but
Like,
that's the thing, like people believe it.
I
Like
know,
people
dude.
believe it. So V and I talk about AI all the time, and I will just message him like whenever he sends me something or I send him something, I'll just our bar that we talk about and like our way to just quickly say, man, AI, it's growing. We will just simply say Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say because that's the example that you always see.
Like, you know how Facebook's separated now, like where there's the main feed, and then you got the little button up at the top where you can go to your strictly your friends feed and pages you follow.
I did not know that that was a feature. Is this on mobile?
Yeah, I think it's on desktop too. But anyway,
I have not seen this. This
you
is
know,
interesting to me.
you know how many AI wrestling pages I have to block daily?
How do you do this? Hang on. Teach old man how to use Facebook.
Are you on your mobile right now?
Yeah, like I got my Facebook
Just go
brought
to your
up.
Facebook page and the little icons across the top.
Yeah.
I think it's the second or the third one is just strictly
Oh,
your friends
that.
and pages you're following.
I have seen that. Okay. Yeah. I just forgot. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. No, like, and this is perfect to talk about this because it ties into um one thing I really want to talk about, but it ties into what we're currently talking about. We are getting to the point with these 2K26 things that I look at this and I'm like, is this really a character in the game or is this AI?
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. And like the one that I find, and I'm not white knighting. Don't think that I'm white knighting.
Oh, here we go.
I truly do think this is weird. This is a weird thing that people are into is you see like Bailey in a bikini and it's like clearly AI. It's like, why are we doing that?
People are perverted.
Yeah.
Or
But
people will take like their pictures and put them with like half naked celebrities and shit.
yeah, like the thing about like there was that video where AJ Lee was getting kissed by the fan, and that is gross to do that. Like it was weird. It was just fucking weird. Like it's just not even.
Like, how desperate and lonely, and like clout seeking do you have to be to do shit like this?
I don't even think it's clout seeking necessarily. I just think
There's
that
some
it's
of these weirdos on Instagram that use the AI to put them with celebrities, and they're like tagging the celebrities. Oh, it's so nice for you to come to my house and see me today. Like, dude, they're just want fucking attention.
okay. Well, to go back to whenever V was on, there was that woman who was like AIing herself with John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember me talking about this?
Yeah.
And it was like she had one with The Rock and she had one, and like she had such dark black skin that I thought that she was AI. But no, like genetically, that's how she is. She's just got very dark skin. But it's like, that's where it's crazy though. That's where we're getting in that uncanny valley stuff.
Where you can't tell what's what anymore, hardly.
Yeah. But I'm talking about
We've had this discussion before. Like AI back just a few months ago, everything AI had like this grainy texture over every image.
there was a certain tint that you could see on AI images, and it was like it was a really bad IG filter or something.
It was like that
And
plastic film of like a pop protector when you first get it. You have to peel off. You know what I mean? To see all the colors.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely, that's an incredible way to describe it. But we talk about AI a lot, and it was fascinating to me because there was some news that came out recently that, now I understand that this isn't really your wheelhouse, but I told you, I was like, brother, you should look into this because there's some major things going on and it's fascinating to me. So Xbox recently, well, first of all, Xbox over the last couple of generations has been and trust me, this is all going to tie in, has been kind of a dying brand in terms of gamers and stuff like that. Like more people have jumped ship to
Sony, Nintendo.
To Sony, more Sony than Nintendo. But like you remember what it was like. You had a 360, right?
I had the original Xbox, the 360, the Xbox One.
So you've seen the shift happen.
Yeah.
It was around the Xbox One. So 360 just had the market dominated.
With their exclusives, yeah.
With their exclusives. And we're going to get to that. Then the Xbox One comes out. And PS4 then wins the console war. Now we're in PS5, Xbox Series S, or whatever it's called. I genuinely don't even know what the current Xbox console is called.
There's two of them.
Okay, well, cool. But you look at it, the PlayStation 5 is outselling the Xbox like 5-1. So as someone who is a gamer, proud gamer moment here, and as someone who just pays attention to this stuff, some major shakeups just took place in the games industry. So here's where it ties into AI. There has recently been a RAM shortage of RAM memory, of RAM sticks, because they're all going towards these data centers to run AI. So much so that and trust me, we're going to get into wrestling. Just bear with me, please. I'm going to tie this in, trust me. Because it's all going towards these data centers for AI. So the PS6 has been pushed back 2 or 3 years. Sony is saying, look, we might not get a PS6 until 2029, 2030, maybe 2027, 28, whatever. I personally don't see that happening. So it ties into the whole AI thing. But then something very fascinating happened, and it was a shock. And here's how I'm going to equate it to wrestling. Remember when Vince retired and nobody and nobody expected it?
Yeah.
The gaming equivalent just happened last week. Phil Spencer, who was the CEO of Xbox, out of the blue retired. And the person that, and I forget her name, and I had it, like I knew what all was going to be happening, and I somehow forgot her name. Sarah Bond was her name. She was basically being groomed to be Phil Spencer's replacement in Xbox. She just steps away from the company. Out of the blue, Phil Spencer retires. Now, there had been speculation that, Phil Spencer's going to be retiring coming up here. It is what it is. But this woman, Asha Sharma, is the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming. She comes in with no games industry experience, and this is where it's scary. The only work that she has done has been in the AI field. So
really?
So people that are being loyal to Xbox, which there's not many of them left, are thinking, oh no, Xbox is about to turn into AI slop.
Oh, now, I can see that.
Here's where this ties into wrestling. You're going to hear how this ties into wrestling here in just a second, because again, this is the Spot Show podcast. Each and every week, Michael Madrox and I get together and we talk about the wacky world of independent wrestling and just the wacky world in general at this point. You know what I mean? If you like what we're doing here, you can, of course, go on over to patreon.com, back us at the $5 tier. There you're going to get all of our shows early and ad-free, as well as some exclusive content, depending on the tier that you decide to back us at. That's the best way to keep the microphones on and the envelopes full. If you don't have the money to toss our way, you can, of course, go to MadBashStudios.com. There you'll find links to all of our various social media websites, Facebook, YouTube, all that. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. Go follow us on Facebook. Do all of that. Go to your favorite podcasting platform. Leave us a 5-star written review. That's going to be the best way that you can support us if you don't have the extra money, because I get it. Sometimes money can be a little bit tough to come by, especially if you're trying to buy technology right now because of this damn RAM shortage. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah. If you're not on the Patreon, though, you are about to hear a word from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Venom Energy. Hey, we've all been there, and there's nothing wrong with admitting to it. Well, what I mean is that we've all hit that midday slump, and we all need a little push to get us through the rest of the day. Well, what better option to give you a pick-me-up than one of the wonderful flavors of Venom Energy? Venom is what gets MadBash through those long show days, and we know that it can do the same for you. I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit for you, too. Yeah, come to our merch table when you see us at a show, and with the purchase of a MadBash Wrestling sticker or magnet, you get a Venom Energy drink on us. While supplies last, of course, so you better act quick. We'd like to thank Venom again for sponsoring this episode. Please consume responsibly. Not recommended for children under 18, pregnant or nursing women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Okay, so I know what a lot of you are thinking. Dickie Wabash, I come here for the wrestling talk. I don't know what Xbox is doing. I don't care about RAM shortages. You will, because I'm going to tie everything in. I'm a man that loves to spin a yarn. I can make you understand this.
Tangle the web, Dickie Wabash.
What is the one thing that people are saying about WWE since it has been acquired by TKO?
They're pushing away their loyal fan base.
Yes. And they're out of touch. And they are not listening to the loyal fan base. And they've done this. And they've done that. The exact same thing is happening right now with Xbox. And to me, it's fascinating, makes it sound whatever, but I don't want to sit here and speculate, but
it's like a conspiracy theory.
Nah, kind of, yes.
Because you don't know what's happening, you don't know the backstory, but it's intriguing and it sparks your interest. Like you want to sink your teeth in and go down that damn rabbit hole to find all this out.
So what do you think about it? I mean, I know that you're someone that's not like too ingrained.
You're comparing it to WWE now with TKO.
Yeah.
When I went through and did a little research on it and read about what I read about, I was living through history, man. I was thinking, oh my God, this is WCW and WWF.
Mm-hmm.
Because Xbox was winning the war. Sony took it back over. Sony's cementing its legacy. But it's just weird to me. Like, not only is the main CEO resigning.
Out of the blue, mind you. Out of the blue.
But the predecessor steps away too?
Yeah.
Like, is this a force shift? Like, what's going on? Then, like, especially with everything in the world now, like, you don't know anything until the files are on your desk. Like, what the hell is really going on?
Dude, and here's what was crazy about it is that people were finding out that Phil Spencer was retiring that worked for the company by the news cycle. There was a big prevailing theory is that it leaked, that they were planning this and it was supposed to come out Monday, but it came out Friday. But anyway, the most alarming thing to me is Asha Sharma taking over with
out of the blue.
Cashing
in that briefcase, brother.
She did. But her not having
a lick of gaming experience. Like,
yes.
where's that going to leave Xbox? Like, is she just going to hire all her AI friends and like fire, like, not even like bring in the developers that like Xbox currently uses for games? Are they going to like strictly just be an AI based game system?
So Microsoft owns Bethesda, which does the Fallout games, and they do Fallout, Elder Scrolls, stuff like that.
Halo.
They have no, they actually don't own the company that has the rights to Halo. That's I believe PlayStation owns Bungie now. They own I just had the name of it and I lost it. Activision, which is a huge brands that Xbox owns. Yeah. So they own Activision, Blizzard, which is like Call of Duty, Warcraft. They own Bethesda, which is Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. They own Mojang, which is Minecraft. They own 343 Industries, which is Halo. It's not Bungie anymore. They own all of these brands, and it's like, what are we going to start seeing with all of this? It's like TKO owning all of these brands, and it's like, what are we going to see with this? And my point with this is it's alarming to me because
the whole monopoly?
It's not even the monopoly, because that was a conversation that was being had years ago. It's like, what are you doing? Like, maybe she's going to take over and she's going to do great things. She's like, I'm going to be listening to gamers. It's like, well, I don't think that you are going to be listening, because if you were listening to them, they're saying, we want exclusives. We want this. We want that. Just like how TKO, they're not listening to the fans, because I saw someone bought tickets to WrestleMania and it cost them $43,000. Come the fuck on. What I see happening with Xbox, it's going to go the way of Sega. I don't think that they're going to be making any more hardware. I think that they're only going to be making software. What my prediction is, she is saying that we're not going to turn into AI slop. We're not going to turn into this. We're not going to turn into that. Come back and tell me what you're doing in 6 months. And I will guarantee you that that is not what's going to be happening. It's going to...
I guarantee, like, they're going to try to, like, do a whole game front to back with just AI.
100%. And they're going to try to make it groundbreaking. They're going to be like, oh,
the first ever AI inclusive game created in just 2 months.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that's going to be their ploy. And there's going to be people that fall for it and be like, oh my God, this is great.
But do you remember when there was that theory that WWE was using AI to book storylines?
I remember that.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying, is that AI is going to start being used in these weird ways where there's such a human disconnect with AI that it's like, I don't think that AI is ever going to be able to like replicate the soul of the artist, obviously. But I mean, I know plenty of people that get around and dick around on AI. I know people that do that. And I made a very controversial statement whenever Jason V was on here. We were talking about AI, and I was like, I'm a video editor. I'm an artist. I understand. I make flyers. I make match graphics. I do stuff like this. So it's taking work away from me. And all of these artists are complaining about AI taking away from them. Well, what are you going to do to compete with the AI? What can you do?
Are you? Because everyone's looking for the faster, cheaper fucking answer.
Yeah. People don't. What I'm about to say here can be incredibly taken out of context. So just know that this is not what I mean. And maybe Michael Madrox can decipher what I'm trying to say here.
Oh God, here we go. We're getting canceled.
no, it's not even that. People just don't care about the morality of it.
No.
People don't care about the morality of it. Do you know how many AI flyers I see for shows? People don't
It's
care.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Flyers and logos. Oh my.
But I get it. Morally, I don't do it. AI is just a laugh. Like, look, these moms want to get on Facebook and they want to share their like, oh, here's what I am based on AI. Okay, cool. Yeah, do that. That's completely harmless. I don't give a fuck about that. But when it comes into
When you're
like
trying to profit off of it, it's where I get an issue with it.
which is what we're getting ready to see with Xbox.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Xbox. I'm going to make a prediction, and I know that talking about gaming is a little bit weird for us, but
this might be the craziest thing I could ever compare it to, but I gotta throw this out there because it's running through my head and it's making me giggle.
Please.
Maybe Pixar's right, brother.
Oh, with the Toy Story 5?
With Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E. I thought you were talking about kids getting taken over by tablets. Don't know why I made that connection.
That's fucking true. There's no right or wrong with that. That's true. But like, what if AI takes over Earth, man? And we're just fat little fucks flying around on scooters in space.
What's that people loved to say? Idiocracy is a documentary.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to get that bad, but I see what you're saying. I don't know, man. It's just like I know that's this whole Xbox conversation is kind of out of the realm of what we normally talk about on here, but it's just something that was fascinating to me, and it I think is something that the ramifications of it are actually pretty malleable. Like I think it's something that's germane to like what's going on with just current technology and stuff, because it's just the rise of AI. And somehow all roads always lead to AI here on the Spot Show podcast. We always talk about AI. Like it comes up every couple of months or so.
Do you see a point coming soon where AI is going to completely like wipe a whole job field out?
I think we're already seeing it. Here's my hot take with it too. I am very aware of the dangers of AI in terms of taking away from jobs, doing all of this, doing all of that. I personally do not, and this could be a hot take, this is a little spicy. I don't think that in our lifetime, AI will really be a problem on that level. AI is only a superficial problem right now. But in terms of like Skynet bullshit, no, in our lifetime, we will not see that.
Huh.
Will it take out an entire industry? Who's to say? What do you think?
I'm just looking back, like when we came fresh out of high school, like everybody was going to college for like web page design, graphic design, photography. And
We don't
like
see that anymore.
Aiden's getting ready to graduate this year, and like all his classmates, no one's interested in that because they have AI to do that. Like you don't have to go out in a field and wait for the perfect sunset to capture a picture anymore. You could just be like sunset over a mountain on a bridge, FedEx box in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like make it very specific. But I have the thought in my head and I'm trying to make it make sense. It goes back to what I'm saying here with the moms doing the AI photos as their Facebook profile pictures. Do people genuinely want that, or is that just them having a laugh and just doing it? Like that's what I'm saying. I think that there's always going to be a want for physical photographers to come take these photos, but I think that that's a bad example in the sense of that still is something. Now but to bring it back to Xbox, that's where it could hurt that, because it's like, hey, we're going to invest in this AI and it's going to build our next video game. But in terms of like, I'm going to use the word hobby, even though I know that there are professional photographers.
Yeah.
In terms of hobby occupations, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
It's like creative occupations. That's
Creative is much more. Yeah.
Hobby occupations sound like storage flippers.
Yeah. Pallet flippers and shit, going to storage units and doing stuff. But I don't know, man. It's a very fascinating time that we're in, and it's pretty fascinating to me of all this stuff. It's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. And then I don't even know. Like I really do think though that we're seeing the end of Xbox. I think that we're going to see AI implemented in more ways. I think that I do think though that it is not going to be a major threat in our lifetime. That's my theory. That's my theory. And maybe I'm wrong.
Only time will tell, sir.
Only time will tell.
Speaking of time telling.
Yep.
Time closed, sir. The phenomenal AJ Styles officially retired.
You are. I
am.
We got Abyss on Raw before we got GTA 6.
We did, sir.
Shut up. You know how many people I saw say that?
I never said that. I was just like, holy shit, we finally
No,
got
I know,
Abyss
but
on
I'm just saying, like, it is crazy to be like, oh my god, Abyss on Raw, just hanging out, Blood's just hanging out in the closet, in the janitor's closet, the boiler room. But no, yeah, man, let's talk about that, dude, because like Madrox and I have talked about how much we love TNA and all this other stuff. Dare I say, and I'm really got to think about this because I don't know if I want to declaratively say this. I think AJ's retirement is hitting me harder than Cena's.
Absolutely. 100%.
For you, it's 100%?
Yeah.
See, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can commit to that.
Cena's hit me, but like, I actually got emotional last night watching it when AJ was giving a speech.
Dude, so I didn't watch it live, but I did watch the clips after. And what got the part that got me was when Taker looks at him and he's telling him what's getting ready, and then it clicks with AJ what Taker's getting ready to say, and you can read AJ's lips. He goes, "Holy shit."
Yeah.
Like, that's when I started to get a little teary-eyed. I
feel like that wasn't needed though. Like, I love the moment. I love everything, but like, I'm tired of seeing these fast Hall of Fame inductions.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It's perfect that you say that, because what I was just getting ready to say, AJ, I was reading, is the quickest person to get signed to the main roster and then go into the Hall of Fame, which that's a fake headline because Sting.
True.
But anyway, I don't know. I think he deserves it. He absolutely deserves to go into the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
When I think of Hall of Fame, I look back like, I don't know, 8 years ago when like the Hall of Fame first started like getting big in its own production and shit more.
Oh, it was more than that, brother. It was
more than
that. The first time I remember,
what I'm talking about, where it's like mainly guys from the 80s, early 90s at that time.
Brother, I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
The first time that I remember the Hall of Fame being a big production, because I'm thinking about this in my head, was 05.
Really?
It's more than 8 years ago, dude. That's 20 years ago.
Time flies, man.
Because that Hall of Fame class was Hogan, Piper, Orndorff, Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, maybe a couple others that I'm not remembering. Maybe Cowboy Bob. I don't remember. But
you see what I mean? Like, looking at that class you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like, there is time in between their career in the Hall of Fame. Like, the NFL does it.
Here's what I'm going to say to you as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that you have a little bit of a misperception of time right now. brother, we are in our mid-30s. Think about the people that grew up watching those old timers that you're talking about going into the Hall of Fame.
True.
Those are the old timers now. The 90s and the early 2000s. Brother, that's just telling me right there, like, you have no, and I'm not, this isn't me shitting on you. You have no perception of time because, brother, that was 21 years ago. And you're saying
19.
8, and you're still saying 8 years ago. Yeah. I mean,
I'm still feeling 19, brother. I might look old, but I'm still feeling young.
there is no way you feel 19 years old. There is no way.
It depends on the day, how bad I'm hurting.
But no, man,
My spleen hurts and I'm shitting tapioca.
I feel like a kid again. What's he say? He goes, my prostate's the size of a grapefruit. Like, I forget what all he says. But no, yeah, did they shotgun AJ Styles into the Hall of Fame? Did they? I don't know. Because AJ Styles has got a 20+ year career.
I know, but at the same time, let it breathe, man. I'm emotional. I'm retired, and I can't be emotional. I'm going to the Hall of Fame in a couple months.
Is AJ the first one they've announced? No, Stephanie was the first one they announced. No, wait a minute. When did Stephanie?
They haven't announced. They're sad that Stephanie was. That was one of the rumors.
No, they absolutely did. It was at WrestlePalooza. Asterisk. That's a Jay Silva deep cut. Yeah, remember Taker came out and told Stephanie McMahon that she was going in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's going into the Hall of Fame in 2026. So far, they've only announced AJ and Stephanie. So that tells me Cena's not going into the Hall of Fame. I personally feel like this is just me. This is just me being me. I think Cena deserves the Undertaker treatment.
Yes.
Where he's the only inductee that year.
I can see that.
Just saying. Because I think Cena is, here's a hot take, Cena is just as important to the mythos of WWE as The Undertaker is. In my opinion. I mean, Taker's got the longevity, but I mean, I think that there's a sound argument to be made that Cena, well, no, hang on here, because if Cena goes into the Hall of Fame next year, that's Saudi. Do they do a Hall of Fame next year if they're going to be?
I thought they're only doing one night in Saudi.
Are they?
That's what I thought.
But still yet, I mean, you can't do a Hall of Fame on Saturday and then fly to Saudi the next day. That's a long-ass flight. And everyone would be jet lagged. You're the first one I've heard say that they're only doing one night in Saudi. There's no way they only.
What I thought they said.
No, you're the first person I've ever heard say that. So maybe you're just misunderstanding. But I don't know. I mean, the problem is if you put Cena in the Hall of Fame this year, who's the headliner and who gets the, I'm going to make a prediction right now. People are going to get pissed off because Stephanie's going to be the headliner and AJ's speech is going to get cut short because Stephanie is going to want to go long.
Ooh, I could see that.
That's a bold claim, but I think it's going to happen because.
Who would you have induct these people?
Stephanie. So you're going to, okay. If he hadn't pulled away from WWE because of Donald Trump being in the Hall of Fame, I would say Mick Foley would be the perfect person to induct Stephanie. Mick Foley always sings her praises, always talks about how great she is. She wrote the foreword to his book.
Yeah. He
always sings the praises of Stephanie. Who inducts Stephanie? That is a very good question. Then we'll get to AJ. The easy answer is Triple H, but I don't think he does it. Man, who does induct Stephanie into the Hall of Fame?
I've seen people talking about, oh, it's going to be Chris Jericho. Why would Jericho induct her? Those two characters hated each other. And Jericho had nothing
No,
to do
they were together in 02.
for a little
Not for
bit.
very long.
But
no.
you know what I mean? Like, Jericho helped make her, but, like, he didn't make her, if that makes sense.
Are you forgetting about her heel turn when she joined Jericho in 02, going into WrestleMania 18?
I remember that.
Okay. That's not enough of a union
bond, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I personally could see Heyman.
I was about to say Paul Heyman. Yeah. That'd be a good one.
I know it's not going to be Vince.
There's no way it's Vince.
And there's no way it's going to be Linda. Linda would be too political for the Hall of Fame.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I could see Linda doing it. I could see Linda inducting Stephanie. Now that I think about it, that makes sense to me. It's going to end up being Triple H, though. I feel like. And then as for AJ, in a perfect world, Christopher Daniels. In a perfect, yes. And not Samoa Joe, not as much as Daniels.
But Daniels was my first pick.
Both are good choices. Kazarian could do it.
The Good Brothers
would be a good. Nah, not even them. Good choice, but not on the caliber, on the level that we're talking about here. Abyss would be a good one.
Borash.
Oh, Jeremy Borash would be a good one. Yeah, Jeremy Borash would be a really good one. We're fantasy booking, though. Let's be realistic. Bobby Roode. Oh, my God. Yes, these are all such good choices.
I think with the current WWE and the way they run things, like if it's going to be a TNA guy, it's going to be Bobby Roode or Abyss.
I think that they're not going to bring in someone to do it. Yes, you are correct.
Or I think the long shot here is Xavier Woods.
Oh, wow. That's actually a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. Wow. You come out of left field with these things sometimes, and it amazes me. Not because I don't expect, but it's not because it's you, but I don't expect it in general.
This is all on the fly too, brother.
Damn. Now, I'm going to tell you another one that would be good is Cena. I think Cena would be a good one for AJ.
That's if Hollywood ain't calling.
Cena, I think, is AJ's best rival in WWE. So I think it's got to be. I think Cena would be a good one, but that ties into when does Cena go into the Hall of Fame?
I could see Cena holding off a couple years.
Is Batista in the Hall of Fame?
He was announced for a class for the COVID era, and then it got canceled. And
Batista was announced for the Hall of Fame, but has not yet been formally inducted due to scheduling conflicts with his acting career. Oh, yeah. He requested a delay during the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that. And guess where I'm getting this information? AI overview on Google, brother.
It all ties back.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. So let's fantasy book here. We've got Stephanie and we've got AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Who else goes into the Hall of Fame this year, do you think?
If they're going with the whole retirement route, I'm going to go Big E.
That's a different take. That's different. I like that, though.
But I don't see Big E going in until all of New Day go in at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, AJ and Stephanie. I'm going to give you one. And this is out of left field. This is probably one of the most random things I've ever said in my entire existence on this fucking podcast. What about someone like Sabu?
I would love to see it.
I would as well. Okay.
I know Nick Khan's got a lot of pull over there, right?
Yeah.
One of his favorites is New Jack. Can we see it?
Motherfucker, I am telling you right now, this is the shoot. If New Jack goes into the WWE Hall of Fame this year, I will sell the rights of MadBash Studios and let someone else take over, because that's so bonkers. However, New Jack's a little bit too controversial. I don't think that, but I never thought we would see him in a video game.
Second year in a video game, he's got his new action figures coming out from WWE.
Oh my God. Damn it, Madrox.
Orientic, brother.
You are speaking my language right now. Yeah. Damn. Hell
They're
yeah.
on the West Coast too.
Hell yeah. Someone like Sid Vicious isn't in the Hall of Fame. Bam Bam Bigelow isn't in the Hall of Fame. Batista still got to go in.
Bam Bam was in it.
No, Bam Bam's on the Hall of Fame. No, never has been. Typically they like to induct tag teams as well.
Demolition. Are they already in the Hall of Fame?
No, they're not. What if we see the Headbangers?
I would love it.
Because, okay, I'm fantasy booking my Hall of Fame class right now. You get AJ Styles as your headliner. Then you get Stephanie McMahon. You get the Headbangers, Sabu. That's 4. 5, technically, because it's a tag team. So 4. Say you need one more. Let's do Michael Cole.
And then have a celebrity. Gotta have a celebrity.
Okay. Celebrity. Cyndi Lauper. Or David Arquette's a good one too. And then the defining moment, because they did
Austin versus Hart.
Austin and Hart last year. Yeah, I forgot Bret Hart's name. I say you do Shawn and Taker.
Yeah.
I say you do Shawn and Taker. But I think you do and here's where I think mine's a little bit off, is that I think that you do a stronger Hall of Fame than what I just said this year, because I don't think they do one next year with Mania being in Saudi.
Would you throw the Headbangers in or the Godwins?
Oh my God, the Godwins would be good too. The Godwins would be really good. I think I would put the Godwins over the Headbangers.
I would too.
I think I would too.
I love the Headbangers, but I don't think it's their time yet.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you who inducts the Godwins would be Taker. Because of his ties to Dennis Knight with the Bone Street crew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taker or Godfather.
Did Godfather go into the Hall of Fame as Godfather or Papa Shango?
He went as Godfather.
Okay, so he's in. Yoko is in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yokozuna, WWE Hall of Fame. Yeah, he went in 2012. And Rikishi inducted him, if I remember right. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that there's a lot of fun that could happen here. I really do. I think that we're going to get a tag team, and we're going to get, I say we get like one more on-screen personality that's not a wrestler. I say we get a manager. What if they do Lillian Garcia?
I could see that.
I could see that too. I could very easily see that. Michael Cole is going in. These are all people that I think are going into the Hall of Fame at some point, but is it 2026 that they go in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They can pull some damn wild cards, that's for sure, though.
I mean, we've got AJ. Do we stick with the TNA theme? But who in WWE was in TNA that would be worthy of going into the Hall of Fame? Like Bobby Roode, no. Bobby Roode's not ready for the Hall of Fame. Abyss, no. We'll never see Chris Park in the WWE Hall of Fame. No, never. I'm going back a couple of topics ago, and I'm thinking about who inducts AJ. Because I think, frankly, Cena does it.
Billy Kidman.
No, why? No.
You don't remember the heat from WCW?
No, I do. I do. It's funny that you say Billy Kidman because right before we went live, Dalton and I were talking about Billy Kidman's theme and how hard it went. But yeah. Well, speaking of wrestling themes, though, Madrox, we were gonna talk a little bit about our greatest indie wrestling theme song bracket, but we let a little bit of time get away from us. But I'm gonna soft lock a song, and this is one that you suggested. This was on Paid Show last week.
Yes.
So we're gonna end with this really quickly. So for everyone that remembers, right now, locked, we have Headstrong by Trapped, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, and Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Those are locked. And then we've got other songs that are soft locked, meaning that they can be swapped out if needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to soft lock another song. Do you care to say what it is, Madrox? Because you were the one that presented it. If you know what song I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what song exactly you're talking about. I'm going to go with Aqua, Barbie Girl, brother.
How many heels do you know that have come out to Aqua's Barbie Girl and made it seem like the sound guy was fucking with them?
Too many. Too fucking many.
Too many. Or anytime there's a music rib, it always goes to Barbie Girl.
Like Kate Wilson would say, toxic.
Yes. Yes, yes. But no, I know that kind of came out of left field, but I wanted to cover that a little bit because we're still going to be covering that a little bit here. Yeah, so this was kind of a hodgepodge spot show, but hey.
It's different. I liked it.
Love them. This is probably the direction we're going to go from here on out. Just kind of shooting the shit, man. I mean, I think that's, there's just a lot going on, and there's like a lot of things that like even outside of wrestling that are good to talk about. And I think everything can be equated to anything else. And I think the challenge is tying all this stuff into wrestling. And I think we did a pretty good job of doing that. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. What do you say we get on out of here? Get into paid ski.
Sounds good, brother.
Let's do it. So, all right. So for those of you that are over on the Patreon, we're going to be rolling into paid show. Should be a fun one. I'm sure we'll figure out something to talk about. I got a couple ideas. Yeah, we'll see what we get into over there. But yeah, so if you want to keep up with what we're doing here, you can, of course, follow me on Instagram. Just changed my IG handle again. You can find me at DWobsEditBay, Wobs with a Z, of course. You can find Michael Madrox at the word 1 and then the number 900-909-9900. The big plug ski, though, MadBashStudios.com for everything. MadBash Studios, wrestling, films, Mischievous Rabbit, everything is available over there. Look forward to that. Head on over there. Good way to support us. Of course, patreon.com/MadBash Studios. If you're not on Patreon, though, we will see you down the road on some form of content.